Broadcast is live. We did it, buddy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, man. Happy Wednesday. I guess it feels like a Wednesday. I don't even know anymore. I mean, the days kind of blend together when you spend all night geeking out on JPEGs and the ever-evolving world of NFTs.
Yeah, I've checked several times to make sure it's Wednesday today. So by this time of night, I'm certain it is, but soon, who knows? And the NFTs, yeah, I haven't had a chance to jump into my personal stash and venture into some new territory with a fresh blockchain.
So I dig this platform, StreamYard. We've used it before. I assume we're going to see questions when they pop in, but I figured let's you and I talk about some stuff that's going on in the NFT space, right? Obviously, hot topic in crypto. Everybody's looking for the additional alpha with the traditional crypto markets sort of in a bit of a downturn temporarily, but there's a ton happening. And I mentioned this to you before, I've always said that the pathway to large scale consumer adoption was going to be through NFTs. People thought I was insane, but I think we're witnessing this now. I think 2022 is going to be just an absolute banner year for NFTs. And I think finally people are starting to realize just how deep the rabbit hole goes, right? This isn't just art. It's not just exclusive clubs. It's not just gaming. Everybody, for a while wanted to get on the bandwagon of let's have a metaverse game. Let's have a metaverse game. Let's have a metaverse game. But there's some interesting things happening in some other parts of the NFT space that I kind of want to talk about. I'm a history buff, as I know and in my previous life, I worked for the federal government, and I was a total political science and history nerd. So, and I'm also a huge historical sports collector. So one of the trends that has been emerging that I find awesome is the historical NFT trend. Now, I mean, you've seen this, right? Crypto Skulls, I think, really sort of kicked it off. And there's a Twitter profile, Leonidas. If you don't follow him, you should. He's really curated an unbelievable collection of historical NFTs. And what do I mean by historical NFTs, right? This is such a new space. I'm talking NFTs that are, some of them even predate Ethereum. And these are like the 2016, the 2017, and the 2018 collections that have stuck around and shown some staying power. And I think that if you really subscribe to the overall crypto narrative and you really buy into NFTs and understand where they're going, there's an important historical component, right?
Absolutely. And it's funny, yeah, nobody really thinks about a historical component because the space is so new to a majority of the people. And you say historical NFTs, and you can almost get a chuckle from people. What, crypto and NFTs have history? But yeah,
Well,
as
they
fast as the
certainly.
space moves, the history is actually that much bigger because of how fast it moves.
I know, right? So, obviously, people know punks, and now, the V1 punks have started to emerge a bit with some crazy sales. And for those that don't understand, the V1 punks, so this was the original crypto punk collection that was launched by Larva Labs, and they deemed it inauthentic, and they shut it off when they first launched it because there was a bug in the code. And for those that don't know the story, there's a bug in the code that allowed people to mint and then capture back the Ethereum that they paid to mint it. But now you can get the original ones wrapped into an ERC 721 that fixes that patch. And now they're relaunching, and some of the sales are insane: 14 ETH, 15 ETH, 20 ETH. And they've really sort of come on the heels of the Crypto Skulls, which really started to pop off after effectively being dormant for a couple of years.
Huh. That's funny because when I first got into the NFT space, I came across some glitchy publications where the collection tried to pull them back, and they offered you like, "Oh, we'll replace your NFT," and but you have the option. It's your NFT, it's your asset. You can keep it, and who knows what that glitch is going to be? You know how the value or the history of the value of that NFT maybe in the future.
No, I know, right? So I wanted to talk about a couple other historical NFT collections that I really like, and I think one of the um, one of the cooler ones that still has a really low floor. I don't know if you want to bring this up, or the crypto cards. And this, the crypto cards are fascinating to me because um, I really appreciate, and I think a lot of crypto nerds like us do really appreciate the um, significance, the historical significance of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. And the crypto cards are a collection that tracks the history of Bitcoin up into 2008. No, not the Curio cards. We can talk about those in a second. The crypto cards. There you go.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's all right, buddy. I love the Curio cards too. Yeah, the crypto cards, and each card, um, and there's a there's like 100. There's like 200. I think most of them are like 200 each, right? There's 64 different cards that tracks significant events in the history of Bitcoin, from the white paper itself to the Bitfinex hack to one of the first the Bitcoin one of the first Bitcoin crashes, to one that documents Jamie Dimon's opinion, one that commemorates Hal Finney, one that commemorates the first exchange, the $1 million market cap milestone, the first halving, the first ASICs, PayPal accepting Bitcoin, and they're awesome. And if you were ever into like vintage baseball cards or basketball cards, you really appreciate the artwork here. They have a nice vintage feel to them. They're really still accessible, a lot of them, from a price point. We watched, early January, late December, we really started to see the volume pick up. The 90-day volume is 600 ETH. I mean, the floor in the collection is still under a quarter ETH, what was it, 0.19, give or take. So, I mean, this is just a really easy one, and I think that there's with 64, times about 200 each. Gives you enough rarity but enough accessibility that if you really want to curate a good historical NFT collection, this is a no-brainer place to start. And obviously, full disclosure, I have a bunch of them, but I'm probably going to end up buying more. I would love to get all 64, but we'll see how the market does. But one or two, this is a great way to seed your historical crypto collection. I love the Jamie Dimon one.
I didn't know there was a crypto ruble.
You didn't know there's a crypto rule?
No.
Yeah, there's a couple. I mean, the Hal Finney one I really like. I mean, some of these have, like the Mount Gox hack one. Floor on that one is just under 4 ETH. So some of them are going for the 20K milestone one right now is selling for 30 ETH. So for 0.2 ETH, you can get in on this collection. And let's check out what the highest last sale on these was.
These are really cool.
They're awesome, right? Highest last sale, the Satoshi Nakamoto one, 51 ETH. Right? They're totally cool. And once I get my token frame, I'm definitely having these rotate through my token frame. But just even like the treatment and like the texture effect really gives it sort of that, and like the illustration, right? Like the old school Wall Street Journal illustrations really gives it that vintage feel right off the bat. And
It's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect for collection.
Oh, absolutely. And I think people are silly to to sleep on these, because I think they're awesome. But why don't we, since we're talking about cards, why don't we hit back and look at the My Curio cards real quick that you had up just a second ago. I love the My Curio cards. These are not, I mean, these predate that.
they predate that, so these are older.
Yeah, these are 2017s, and there's only 30. There's 30 unique ones, and you know, different ones. Some of the cheaper ones obviously have more editions, but these were commissioned by a variety of different artists, and you know, so it's like it's a collection of artists. It's not a single artist, and you know, they're really cool. You got like a Coca-Cola one. I like the one that has the city logo, but you know, replaced with BTC. And you know, you get like a parlay on Wendy's. So these, you know, the prices vary. Still really accessible. Under half an ETH is the floor on these. So I mean, I think if you're going to have like reasonably priced historical NFTs and you want to start somewhere, Crypto Cards, my Curio Cards, definitely two places to start. Crypto Crystals as well. They're a little funky. You know, they kind of got revived, and they're working to create a play to earn game. Yeah, the Crypto Crystals. You know, they're fun. It was originally a Japanese project. Again, this is a 2018 project, and it's totally stuck around. Super cheap floor, various crystals depending, you know, there's numbers depending on rarity, the types of crystals. So this is kind of an easy or a fun one if you want to add that to your historical NFT collection.
And these are very, very accessible.
Yeah, totally, right? I mean, I
And
think you're definitely gonna have one.
They're cute.
Yeah, you know, my daughter liked it. I got what did I get? I don't even remember what I got. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you.
2018 crypto crystal.
I'm not really like a crystal guy, but like I said, my daughter really liked it. It was and they all got funky names too. Mine's Barnaby Meehan. Mine's Agate. Agate. You know, some of them get a little pricey, but there's a ton that are like super inexpensive. And I think if you're gonna go ahead.
Do they have any utility yet, or are we waiting on development with?
You're waiting on development of the game, which is fine, right? Isn't that like the sort of the story with all these projects? You're waiting on development of the game.
I saw a funny meme today of how to develop a roadmap, and it was a picture of a dirt road with about 2 feet of asphalt, and it says, "We've got merch."
Yeah, right. Here, have a hoodie. Have a hoodie. Have a baseball cap. That's so funny. I've seen people like create their own merch with like iron-ons before too. It's pathetic. And I think lastly, the last thing I want to touch on historical NFTs, because I want to talk about emerging artists next as a fantastic trend. And these ones are a bit, I think, more difficult to sift through. Are the rare Pepes.
Oh, the Pepes.
The Pepes. All right. You know, I'm a frog guy. I've got my lonely frog here. And you know, I have a disgusting amount of the lonely frogs. Right. So, you know, if you go to, there's a handful of websites, rarepepes.com is a decent one. So rare Pepes were from the original Rare Pepe wallet. And there's, I think, 36 different series and different numbers of cards within the series. And they ended up being minted. They ended up getting mined on I forget what block of Bitcoin it was, but it was 2018. And a bunch of them were burned. So some of them, there's only like 10. Others, there's, you know, 10,000 of them. But, you know, they ended up being minted on Counterparty. So that's like kind of where you want to do a bit of your due diligence. So if you go to the Ethereum vault on like OpenSea or Emblem Vault, the Ethereum collection, this is where you want to look for them. And they're, you know, it's a little intimidating to sort of sift through because there's so many different kinds. But then you can use like one like rarepepes.com as a reference site. And in the description, you can sort of, you know, check the links on Counterparty to see if it's an actual verified one. But, you know, some of them have 10,000 of them. One of the ones with the Winklevoss twins, I think, did something crazy not long ago for price. Hold on, let me take a look.
I have a rare Pepe dealer. Someone
Yeah,
specifically
there's like
deals
a
in rare.
handful of these, right? But one of the rare Pepe Satoshi Nakamoto's one, which is card one, series one. Those are crazy. Those are like 200 ETH, like 200 ETH, 172 ETH.
And so, are they part of various different collections?
It was all part of the original rare Pepe wallet project.
Okay.
And like I said, like a bunch of them got burned. So some of the supply, you got to check some of these reference sites. Some of the supplies aren't as bountiful as they may indicate. I got one from Series One. I figured I needed to. I mean, some of them are
Well,
hilarious.
even people that
Like,
don't know crypto know Pepe.
right? I mean, it's a legendary meme. There's a Bob Ross Pepe. Um, this Chuck Norris one. There's a handful of Batman ones. Um, there's one with Chris Giancarlo as Pepe, which I think is hilarious. There's Pepe Lisa, Pearl Pepe, like plays off of famous paintings. But these ones are a little harder to sort of like sift and separate the wheat from the chaff on these. But if you're diligent about looking for them, I think they're fun to have.
These are just too much. I love the Simpsons ones. Family Guy, look, Family Guy, and Simpsons crash.
Oh yeah, oh that one. I was thinking about buying that one the other day. I had my eyes on one of the Rambo ones, and then I showed you the Batman one I was looking at, and there was like a good Homer Simpson one that I was taking a look at, which I thought was pretty awesome. But like this is all part of like crypto and meme history, and there's there's the Homer Simpson one, um,
Yes, I love it.
you know, and if you do believe that the crypto movement and phenomenon is as historically significant as you are, you know in parallel to how you're investing in it, then these stand to have potential value in the future. And for those that appreciate the historical aspect, I think it's important to have a few of these. Right? I still have a bunch of my old sports memorabilia. Uh, a lot of it's increased significantly in value, and it's part of history, really, right? Um, but let's deviate a little bit because I think beyond the historical NFTs, beyond the PFP projects, which I'm sick of PFP projects, by the way. I mean, how
There's
many
so many
different?
of them. There's new ones still coming out.
I know that's almost like an immediate disqualifier for me at this point. I don't want any other kind of punk anymore. I don't want any other ape relative, ape wife, ape son, ape child, senior citizen ape I've seen. Like, enough, right? I mean, come on. But what I think people are missing out on is some amazing art, and artists that have limited collections, limited editions, one of ones that are totally going under the radar, or some of them have emerged a little bit beyond the radar. And I think one of the important things to look for is established contemporary artists that are making their first transition into NFTs. So the Degenerate Regenerate collection from Shepard Fairey, the fact that the Shepard Fairey NFT collection has a 0.09 floor, I think is criminal, absolute criminal. And who doesn't know Shepard Fairey? The Obey Giant, the Obama Hope poster, absolute iconic. And his Degenerate Regenerate collection is a variety of different collages. And it's a generative collection of layers of his previous work, and some of them are puzzles that fit together. Some of them are various images of the giant. Some of them are the obey. They are an absolute steal, and it's phenomenal art. I have a handful of them, and I think that from an art standpoint, that they stand to be significant when you have someone with the as much gravitas as Shepard Fairey launching a collection like this and still having it be at the price point that it is. But on top of some of like the known artists, there are some amazing artists that I wanted to highlight. The Gemma project. You want to bring that up for a second? Because I think these are awesome.
We were talking about the degenerate, regenerate. I was trying to bring, and you said which one? The Gemma?
Yeah, Gemma, by Tristan Eaton.
Gemma.
So Tristan, I've been following Tristan Eaton for a while on Instagram, and he's known primarily for his toy designs and his street art. And his street art is in a lot of different places. He's got sort of a vintage pop culture 40s, 50s, 60s vibe to the art in general. He created a few murals, one in Manhattan's Little Italy. He's got one called Botox Junkie at the corner of Traction and East 3rd in LA. He's got a couple in West Palm Beach, Florida. So he's been big into street art and big with sort of that vintage feel. And this is his first real foray into NFTs is the Gemma collection, the Generative Electronic Museum of Metaverse Art, right? And how awesome are these? What's the floor on these? It's still cheap, right?
They are. It's point
so
13.
cheap, right? 5,000 of them, 2,700 unique owners. I've got a giant print. He was giving away a print. I didn't win it. He was giving away a 60 by 60 print. I mean, look.
These are some of his street arts.
Yeah. How are you not buying this? It's insanity. Like massive projects, massive size, like in your face, and just I love the vintage chic mixed with like the color and with the sort of like that pop Americana.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
I know, and the way he does the layers on it too.
You said that, and I was looking at this image. Whatever this is. No, it's taking me to a website. It's Long Beach.
Yeah. I mean, dude. Right? And you have a chance to own his first foray into NFTs.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
When
you put it that way.
Yeah, So like these are totally flying under the radar because everybody wants like a flipped ape. Or like, a jailed baby child ape or some other nonsense. Right. But you're totally missing out on an unbelievable wave of really just fantastic art projects. And, Gary, obviously Gary V, right? Gary Vaynerchuk has been really good about pointing these out. And I think he's doing, everybody likes to sort of follow the Gary V bandwagon when it comes to chasing projects, but he's really good at finding fantastic artists. Another artist that I think is just unbelievable is a young kid from Georgia, Gavin Muller. And you got to check out Gavin. So like he got highlighted by Gary V like a week or two ago, and I was really thrilled that he did because I've been following for a bit, and I have two of his pieces.
Is there, as you've been doing some of this research with historical NFTs, anything that comes across as gaming or gamified project that's been that old?
Oh, I mean, I would say like you could almost package the crystals in there, the crypto crystals, right?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, we were just looking at them, and
yeah, I would say that that's probably one of the best historical like gamified examples or soon to be gamified examples. But yeah, check out Gavin Muller. Muller's Creations is the name of his primary collection. And I messaged him the other day on Instagram, and super nice kid and just unbelievably talented. He's got a bunch of cool one-on-ones. He's got the Gone Fishing, which is a 1 of 50, which is just striking, right? It's the third one in.
This one?
Yeah. That's actually now the background of my wallpaper on my phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Right? Unbelievable. 23 years old.
Wow.
And some of his one-of-ones he's coming out with a new project too. So like you follow him on, jump on his Discord. But some of his one-of-ones are unbelievable. like $300. You're passing that up? Are you nuts? What a fantastic talent. And another one I wanted to highlight too, a guy I've been following for a bit, is a guy named Ali Sabet. Ali Sabet, like me, is an Iranian American, and I always have an appreciation for art from my my lineage to a degree, on my dad's side, and his yeah, there it is. They're awesome, right?
Beautiful. You like
Yeah.
those colorful ones.
Yeah, he's super responsive too. I shot a note to him the other day thanking him because I bought Aqua Dreamer. Aqua Dreamer was a 1 of 10, but his check out Galaxy Sailor. That actually has some unlockable content. It's the one with the space helmet.
Galaxy Sailor.
It's the one he uses as the profile pic on his collection. So if you scroll down, so that was the original one, and he's got this. There it is, right there. The lo-fi. Yeah, check it out. So this comes with tracks with full commercial use, lo-fi beats. Unbelievable, right? And you can use them for anything as long as you just like say, hey, give them credit for where it came from. Can you get that to play? Yeah, turn it up.
Let me see. I don't know if
Might now play.
the stream might not pick
That's
it
okay.
up. Yeah.
We'll have to like direct everybody here. But I picked up Aqua Dreamer. Yeah, there you go. We get 30 royalty-free BCMA safe tracks on this. I mean, that's layered, right? That's awesome.
I can jump.
So yeah, totally, right? So he's got he's got ones that are 1 of 3s. He's got the 1 of 1s are expensive now. But he's got some other ones that I think are still at a very undervalued price point. Like he's had stuff sell for like 6, 7, 8 ETH. I think these are going to get scooped up real fast. But like they're out there, all right. So follow these guys because they follow each other. So Sabet, Gavin Muller, all right, Tristan Eaton, and even Rafik Adnol. All right, Rafik Adnol, Turkish guy, who uses AI and big data in his he had machine hallucinations. If you want to search for machine hallucinations, all right, one of his 1 of 1s went for 300 ETH, and he has another project that is still under 1 ETH. His machine hallucinations are pricey. I've gotten pricey, right? I missed out on getting these at a good price. I still might buy them. 2.5 ETH, right? I know. The aesthetics of big data is really his thing. All right. But one of his other collections that he collaborated on that really like took off. I bought this cheap. I bought this for like 0.1, and it sat and it sat and it sat and it sat. Where did it go? As I'm looking for it, is the Feral file unsupervised. Feral file 009. So if you look up Feral file, Feral, there they are. Yeah.
Wait, the name just reminded me of something my grandmother used to say in Bulgarian. But I love this. I remember you showing us these.
So he trains this AI model with subsets of the Museum of Modern Art's collection of artworks, and then he makes the art out of the data set, right? The 0.72, these are up almost at 1, but like look at the curve if you go to activity. And like I said, one of his one-on-ones went for 300 ETH. And the fact that you can still get these where they are. I mean, I love the intersection of data, AI, and art. Really.
I mean, yeah, that is really beautiful, mesmerizing. I could probably stare at that for hours.
I have stared at it.
Kind of reminds you of like fireworks.
Sometimes when John can't get a hold of me, that's what I'm doing. Actually, I'm staring at this. Just mesmerized, right? I mean, math is art at the end of the day, and if you believe in the beauty of the blockchain, then like these types of projects should really appeal to you, and there's such high quality, and the fact that people are jumping on all these other stupid projects and passing up on these things, which are they're timeless, they're really timeless, is baffling to me. So I think you're right. Fine. Everybody wants a metaverse game. Everybody wants land in the metaverse and all these other projects. I have news for you. Land is infinite in the metaverse. That's the whole point, right? There's an infinite amount of metaverses. These things are really going to take off. These types of projects, high quality emergent art where the artists and AI and data and big data meet, historical NFTs that have shown they've had staying power, all right, and have some sort of historic or cultural significance. Blockchain's got a history now, right? We're well over a decade old. So looking for these early types of projects, and established artists that are making that first crossover, that stuff's going to be worth something. They already have an established style. They already have an established community, and that first NFT collection that they step over the threshold into, that's going to be significant for some of these artists. So there, I feel like we talked a lot. Yeah, they're awesome, right? So I'm on Twitter at Jahon Jamali. I'm easy to find. There's only one of me that I've found in the world so far. I love to talk about NFTs. I post them. I think I'm the only person that posts NFTs on LinkedIn. I'm going to get the boomers into this one way, shape, or form. But totally reach out to me. I would love. I don't get paid by any of these projects. Right? I want to throw that out there. I talk about projects I like. Oftentimes I own them because I like them, but we're not paid promoters. Right. I like to pick out quality stuff. I like to explain what's going on in the market and where I see it going. So I love to rap about it. We should probably do an NFT episode more often.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
A couple of questions out here. Jordan,
do we have some?
Jordan was saying sports NFTs, UFC, Top Shots. And Top Shots getting some competitors now. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the NBA was quick onto this, right? And for historical stuff with sports, I'm big into those, right? I actually own one of the Celtics collections. I have one of the '86 championship banners, which I don't have any intention of ever selling, right? But the UFC is getting into this. I mean, I'm surprised the NFL really hasn't gotten a little bit.
But they are.
I mean, they are, but I feel like the NBA really kind of took the lead on this for sports.
And like the Australian Open did a whole metaverse where you can
the tennis ball?
Tennis balls, yeah, you can access the one you can anyone can access, but the tennis balls, depending if the ball flies your way, you can potentially get a reward from holding that NFT. How cool is that? And they created a whole metaverse just for that.
I think metaverse sports is going to be awesome. I'm telling you right now, watching an NBA game through an Oculus and paying a little extra maybe to so I got League Pass, right? I got NBA League Pass. You don't think once that's fully baked out, I'm totally going to put on my VR headset and pay a little extra to be at have the half court or courtside experience? Absolutely. And get to attend the game sort of virtually with my friends that are across the country? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Have you ever been obviously, being courtside in real NBA games, awesome. But to be able to recreate that in a way where my friends are dispersed, we're all over the place. Yeah, 100%. I'll be all over
that. Sports related, Zach saying here, first Top Shot collection curated by NBA players themselves, dropping soon.
Ooh, I would be interested in that, as long as it's nothing by Lonzo Ball.
Zach, are they going to
I'm
be
just kidding.
NFTs of themselves? Oh, that's smart.
Probably. I know. I saw some Steph Curry ones. I'm a little leery of that. Like, yeah, it'll be successful. Don't get me wrong, but you know, some players are going to do it well. So other players are not going to do it well. You know, I'll pass on the LeBron stuff. Sorry.
And as Shiroz asked if any historical GameFi projects, that's why I brought back up
Yeah,
the
the crystal. Yeah, totally.
crypto crystals.
Totally, the crypto crystals is probably my my recommendation on that. And Zach also asked there. I do want to get to this. My most underrated metaverse land project. Probably World Wide Web land, huh? What do you think? The Pixel Farm one just came out.
I think that's
Network
probably
land.
not as widely known, and yeah, network land,
Network.
network. That seems, yeah, I'm seeing more and more of its name around, with others listing it as a partnership. Came across it on Moon Farm.
Yeah,
apparently is doing something for them. So,
well, we'll see what happens with like the land stuff. But you know, right now, yeah, I keep my eyes open on it. But right now, I've really got my focus locked in on quality historical finds, because I don't think people realize, some of the people that own this, I don't think realize what they have. And you know, they've been sitting on it for a while. Yeah, you're gonna find gems. You're gonna find total gems, especially in the Pepes. Totally in the Pepes. The crystals are so underpriced. The crypto cards, I'm going to just continue collecting them until I have them all. And some of these artists. I mean, like, my rule of thumb to a degree, you know, obviously, yes, there are some projects I get into and then I get out of. All right, but if you're really just in it for like the quick flip game, you're going to get burned alive with gas and also, right? That's stupid. Find things you believe in. No, it's not, totally not even worth it. Find things you believe in, or find art you love, right? Like, some of these I'm going to pass on. Like, I think it's important for anybody, even in the traditional pre-crypto world, right? You diversify your wealth and your assets. You know, you have, you know, maybe your missus or you, like, you have jewelry or your gold or diamonds, right? Like, some of my friends were art collectors. We have legitimate art, and like, the, you know, some of it's been passed down for generations. So, so Shiraz, you want to see a curated list of historical art projects? Leonidas, let me send you his let me send you his Twitter profile. He did this actually, and he put it in one of those on cyber galleries, which I think are awesome. So if you follow Leonidas NFT, I'm gonna WhatsApp this to you, Ivan, if you want to bring Leonidas up. So he's got this, if you click one of the links, the Ether links, it's the Leonidas Museum of Historical NFTs. Yeah, you want to check it out real quick? That'd be good. Sure. That'd be a good one to end on. So yeah, it's the top one. If you go to history, he's got one totally on skulls, but he's got the one in the history there. It's awesome. Cool, right?
Oh, I didn't realize it was gonna throw me right in, huh?
Yeah, he's got, these are his. He's got the Pepes. He's got the fact he's got the Nakamoto one is crazy. He's got crypto skulls. He's got Twitter eggs. He's got a moon cat.
That's a
crypto kitty. It's a crypto kitty, but there's a moon cat behind it.
Oh yeah,
see the purple moon cat?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. You know, he's even got like a squiggle. He's got a random piece of Decentraland like plot.
I like his gallery.
Yeah, his gallery's awesome, right?
Do you know?
But yeah, if you want him, well, like, really, he does a Twitter space now and again. I think he does it like at least once a week, talking about historical NFTs.
Is this land? He's got land in the Decentraland.
Yeah, Decentraland land. Cool, right?
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, he loves the Leonidas thing. All right, so I think that's a good chunk of info for tonight. But I'm gonna go scope for some more NFTs. But it's been fun. Thanks for everybody for jumping on. Really appreciate it. We're going to try to do these with a bit more frequency because I could sit here and talk about this stuff all day.
Thanks everyone for joining. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Take care, everyone. Peace.